Hi guys, and welcome back to another video. So today I'm going to teach you 10 really simple turns so you can change direction with the ball and get away from your defender. So let's get into it. First up, we have the inside turn, one of the most simple but effective turns you could possibly perform. And all you're doing is hooking the ball back towards you using the inside of the foot. Then you're using your body as a shield to protect the ball from the defender. And then once you've changed the direction of the ball, you accelerate away in the opposite direction. Number 2 is the outside turn, almost identical to the inside turn, but we're just using the outside of the foot to hook that ball back towards us. So just like the first move, we're going to use our body to get in between the ball and the defender to protect it. Then once we've changed the direction of the ball, we accelerate away. Number 3 is the Cruyff Turn, made famous by the football legend Johan Cruyff. And all we're doing here, we're using the inside of the foot to hook the ball back towards us, very similar to the inside turn, but this time we're pushing the ball behind the standing leg. So a very simple movement, just adding a little bit of an extra disguise. Number 4 is the L turn. Looks very similar to the Cruyff turn at first, but if we break it down, you can see there's two movements with the turning action. So the first movement is putting our foot on top of the ball, using the sole of our foot to drag it back. And then again, we're using the inside of the foot to hook it behind that standing leg, push it off into the space and accelerate away. Number 5 is the V turn, very similar to the L drag where we're putting our foot on top of the ball, but this time we're opening up our body as we drag that ball back, and then using the inside of the foot, we're pushing it off into the opposite direction. So this is a great one for getting around defenders' feet and then pushing it off into the space. Next up, we've got the reverse croqueta, one of my favorites. So the croqueta is when you push the ball between one foot to the other to transfer that ball and push it off into the space. With the reverse croqueta, we're doing the same movement, so we're pushing the ball using the inside of both feet from one to the other, but this time pushing the ball behind us to go off in the opposite direction. Number 7 is the Stepover turn. This one looks a little bit more flashy, but it's actually two very simple movements. So the first movement is the Stepover. So we're throwing our foot around the ball from the inside to out, just like a normal Stepover, and then we're using the outside of the opposite foot to perform an outside turn, cutting the ball back, and then we can accelerate into the space. Number 8 is the reverse Stepover turn. So in number 7, we threw our foot from inside to outside. Now we're using our foot going from outside to inside. So another variation of a Stepover, and then we're using the outside of the same foot this time. So we're not transferring feet to then perform an outside cut and push it back in the opposite direction. Number 9 is the roll Stepover turn. A little bit more complicated this one. What we're doing is we're rolling it with one foot, stepping over it with an inside step over with the opposite foot, and then we're using the same foot that we performed the roll with to perform an inside turn and push it off in the opposite direction. It takes a little bit of coordination, but a very effective turn when done at speed. And finally, number 10 is the roll chop turn. Again, when done at speed, it looks a little bit complicated, but it's just two very simple movements. So all we're doing is performing a sole roll with one foot, and then we transfer the ball to the opposite foot, which we perform almost a Cruyff turn. So using the inside of the foot to hook the ball behind the standing leg, and then we push it off into the space and accelerate away. So there we go guys, 10 really simple turns that you can use to change direction to get away from your defenders. The best way to learn these is to apply them in training sessions, try them out in matches so you can learn the timing and when to use them most effectively. But make sure you work on the technique and then repeat them over and over again so it becomes muscle memory. But if you enjoyed today's video, make sure you smash that like button, hit the subscribe button for weekly training videos, and I will see you guys in my next video.